great family around me. You know, close friends. My girl who always like has my back through everything, and you know, so I mean, the people too who had watched the fights, you know, they kept my spirits high after that loss, and it was more motivating than anything.
Thanks for your time. I appreciate
Hey,
it.
who do you think is a harder puncher, Tank or Keith Thurman?
Well, I haven't felt, you know, Keith Thurman's power yet, but I mean, I know for sure he can punch.
Mario, gotta
There's
ask.
a chance that Davis, even though he's a lightweight, he's a welterweight, that he's the harder puncher. There's a chance you already went up against a puncher like this.
Yeah, you know, there was different things that play into that. Again, you know, I was cutting down all the way to 140. It was really late in the fight. But I mean, I'm also not taking anything away from Tank, man. Like he could have cracked for sure. Like, but you know, as far as like trying to compare, I mean, I really can't do that right now.
What do you think is the biggest? What do you think is the biggest obstacle in fighting Keith Thurman?
There's multiple. You know, like I said, he can box, he can bang. He throws some weird counter punches. You know, so there's a lot that I had to be ready for on Saturday.
What did you take from this fight against Them Pacquiao? He was, you know, got off to a slow start obviously in that fight, but picked it up in the middle of the late rounds.
You know, he's vulnerable. You know, when he moves, and you know, and just vulnerable against and a very active fighter. And but I mean, you know, I'm prepared for a very hard 12 rounds regardless.
Mario, gotta ask. We were just talking to Keith about the glove situation and why not go with the traditional 8-ounce for, you know, 147 and below, and you know, contest for the 10-ounce. Is there an injury or was there a particular reason behind that to opt for the 10-ounce versus the 8-ounce?
On my part, no. I mean, you know, they said that they wanted 10s, and I was like, all right, you know, I mean, I'm not tripping. Only 2 ounces. So I'm but so yeah, it's gonna be my first time fighting with 10s, but I mean, I've been training with, you know, 10s whole camp. It doesn't feel like much of a difference than, you know, the usual 8 that I'm used to using. So I mean, I don't think it's gonna play much of a factor.
Because he kind of seemed to frame it like he wanted the 8 ounces and it was your side who wanted 10 ounces, and that was the hold up. But that's not the case.
No.
Mario, obviously you're at 147 fighting the first time. Did you do anything like strength-wise or was it just a matter of maybe not losing as much weight?
Yeah, no, I mean, I was really just like naturally been, you know, getting close to, you know, just being a natural 147. So I mean, there wasn't any, you know, any muscle gain, anything that I had to gain to get used, you know, to being at 147.
What do you feel like, you know, gets improved or affected the most when you don't have to cut so much weight now? Is it like punch resistance or power, or what do you think we see difference of at 147, Mario?
I think really like all of the above, you know, just punch resistance, you know, strength, endurance, you know, like I was saying, you know, I didn't have to worry about, you know, those extra carbs, you know, that like last, you know, 2 or 3 weeks before camp. You know, right now, you know, this is like how my sisters were saying it, you know, this is the most, you know, we have seen you smile on fight week. But yeah, you know, I mean, I'm feeling a lot more comfortable, and I'm excited.
Is there a big difference 3 days out from the fight, basically 3.5 days? You know, at 7 pounds, it's a lot of extra weight you get to have to lose.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. You know, I mean, cutting weight is still cutting weight. You know, it's not fun getting down to 147 either. But it definitely is. You know, it's way easier than, you know, going down to 140.
It sounded like, you know, obviously you don't just want to win this fight, but you really are looking to make a statement to the Spences and the Ugas and Crawford and these guys that you're going to be an elite 147. Is that right, Mario?
No, yeah, absolutely. You know, I mean, you know, I took this fight, you know, for a reason. That's, you know, to just, you know, let everybody know, whether it's the fans, whether it's the fighters, that, you know, I'm here, you know, and I'm ready.
What happens if we don't even see the 2.5 years? How do you visualize it if we get the same Keith Thurman in his prime? You know?
Well, that's what I'm hoping for. Like I said, any victory over a Keith Thurman that's less than 100%, it's not good enough for me.
With both of you guys' sizes, like obviously you have a slight size advantage over him. Do you think that it will play a part in this, according to you guys' boxing styles?
It plays a part in all my fights. You know, I try to utilize my my advantages as best as I can. But I mean, at the same time, I'm not scared, to get on the inside and mix it up.
Mario, now having been able to take that, having the time off since the Gervonta fight, and go back and watch it, analyze it, what do you feel like you learned the most in that fight? I was watching the PBC countdown, and some of the people on there were saying that they felt that you were up, at the time of the stoppage. What do you feel that you learned the most since the fight and going back to watch the fight?
Going back watching the fight, we felt that we were up. Even there, in the fight, we felt that we were up. But
So did Floyd.
yeah, and the scorecards showed something completely different. But that's sometimes that's just how it is with these fights. But I mean, I wasn't tripping. I was in there. I was gonna just do what do as best as I could, really, to try to secure the victory. But I mean, we took away a lot from that fight. I got to display a lot of my boxing abilities. I got to show I wasn't just a puncher. I wasn't just an average Mexican fighter. I do have boxing IQ. And me and my team, I mean, we're still very satisfied with that performance.
And big weekend for the San Antonio fans as far as boxing. Obviously, you'll be here right down the road in Arizona. Ben Rodriguez challenging for the title. Just what does it mean to you to be representing, San Antonio and to have two big fights for the city in one night?
Man, it's an awesome fucking feeling. Me, Bam, his brother Josh Franco, man, we used to train together as kids, and now he has his world title shot. If it wasn't for both of our fights being on the same night, I would be in Arizona, supporting him.
I'm sorry, my pleasure.
But yeah, I mean, it's an amazing feeling, man. San Antonio has so much boxing potential, so much talent, and I'm just glad that we're able to shed light on that.
Mario, you said last fight you got to show your boxing skills and your speed. Do you think this fight we see more of the banging from Mario Barrios and that lead in this fight?
I'm not sure. We'll have to see the way the fight plays out. It's my job to go in there and to adapt, to whatever he's bringing, and just ultimately win the fight round by round, and whether it's boxing or whether it's banging, that's what I plan on doing.
And let me get a quick prediction from AJ versus Usyk rematch, and then Errol Spence versus you guys. Who do you think comes out on those two fights?
I don't have much of a side to pick on either of those, man. But I mean, they're great fights, especially the Ugas and Spence fight. They're both dudes that I consider friends, that I rooted for, plenty of times. And they're trying to prove, that they're the best. They're unifying, and it's just a great fight for
the video. Feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Untitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.